Hello, everybody, and welcome to our week 27 live weigh-in. Although a little bit less than a weigh-in, I think it'll just be a chat today about where we're at, where we've been. We just took 2 weeks off. So, and we have Kurt joining us today, who has a very epic story from the last 24 hours. But
all right.
yeah. Let me pause this window. So while we wait for people to join into the chat, I'll just explain for people who are watching this back after. We had decided to go to every other week while it's summertime, just because between our paying job and summer vacations, we all were getting extremely busy and we weren't able to do the updates every week. So we decided to test out going to every other week. But last week, the live broadcast fell into the 4th of July weekend. So we didn't feel that that would be a very good weekend to do this because we all had plans. So
Exactly.
we start today, and there's a lot of us are out. Looks like Todd just messaged me. Todd is stuck at work. He's unable to make it. And unfortunately, one of Josh's friends has passed. So
That's sad. I felt bad when he told us that.
I know. It's always such a reminder. Like, I mean, we don't know any of the details. He didn't go into details with us.
Oh, yeah.
To go. And so we don't know any of the details about it. But whenever anyone passes, it's always like a reminder of like how fragile life is. And I mean, how you gotta make priorities and make your life what you want your life to be now while you're here living it, you know?
Yep. Totes agree. I just say totes.
Totes. Well, we almost lost her yesterday, so we're grateful that you're even here with us.
Nah, I'm good. No biggie.
Do you want to explain what happened or just refer them to your vlog?
Yeah, you guys can watch the vlog if you want. But what happened is the night of the July the 4th, I got really sick. Like after the cool thing, let me preface it with this, is July 4th is like my favorite holiday. I'd rather have July 4th over Christmas. And everything was done. As soon as fireworks started, I started getting sick. I'm like, Shillian, I'm going to go lay on the ground instead. And as soon as we got in the car, I started feeling like crap. And it was I thought it was just food poisoning, so I didn't think much of it. And I threw up for about 5 hours straight with like really, really bad abdominal pain. And I finally got to sleep at around 3 or 4 in the morning, which is crazy for me. I usually go to sleep like 10, you know. Yeah. And I felt good the next day. And so I'm like, oh, it's over, whatever. And then I ate some more, and I started to feel bad again, and back and forth all week. And about 2 or 3 days later, I knew it was my gallbladder just because of the symptoms. And it was very localized pain, you know, right where the gallbladder is. But I was trying to be Superman, inside joke. And I'm like, I'm just going to get over it. I know I can do it if I eat well and stuff. It'll go away. Maybe like some of these will pass and whatnot. But last 2 nights ago at around 2 in the morning, the pain was bad enough that I went to the ER and found out I had to get my gallbladder taken out. So I got my gallbladder taken out yesterday. They said there was not even 100. They said there were hundreds of gallstones. And then it was inflamed to at least 3 times the size of the regular gallstones. So yeah, I'm feeling great. Like no pain at all. Just like a little bit of, you know, it's my stomach's a little bit tight in a couple of places, but I'm doing awesome. So
yeah. Well, watching your vlog and the doctor said that it had been inflamed for a week, I was like, yeah, that's about the time he started complaining about it.
Yeah. Well, and for like the last like 2 or 3 months, I've been really tired lately. Like where I'd get home from work and I'd crash. Or honestly, I'd even crash at work sometimes. Hopefully my boss isn't watching this. And so I'm wondering if that's contributed to it at all. Like I'd try to get like into working out and stuff, and I just wouldn't have the energy. And so I'm hoping that was contributing to it so I can get back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
And I went to get on my scale today, and I have like one of like the fancy Wi-Fi scales. I was talking to Amy about this earlier, and it didn't have any battery. So I don't even have a weigh-in for you guys today, which is probably good because of my IVs and everything like that. So
yeah,
I don't even have an update for you.
up. I bet you, though, I mean, not that we encourage this for weight loss, but you're going to be up right now because of the IVs and, of course, the gas that they put in you. But I bet you in the next week or two, as like, because when you get your gallbladder out, things that you used to be able to eat, you can't really eat anymore. And it's hit or miss. Like for me, and I know a lot of people I've talked to, we can't process salad anymore because the lettuce like hurts my stomach. I still eat salad, but I have to, okay, look, we're just going to be TMI here. I have to like be near a bathroom because within an hour I've got to go. But like I know other people who can handle salad just fine, and I have a friend who can't handle bread. And it's just because, you know, you've lost that extra source of bile and you only have the bile in your stomach now. So it's your body is just like, wait, the thing I used to pull extra help from to break this down, I don't have that anymore. So it's actually this is like a weird sick thing to say to your friend, but like I'm a little interested to see what makes you sick because it's like a science project now.
I'll just send you a picture every time.
Here's my lunch now, and then in 30 minutes you're like, nope, can't eat that.
Yeah, and I've been able to eat whatever I want, you know, we've like for the most part.
Yeah.
So
so far
it just started echoing on me.
Oh.
So yeah, I've been really surprised on what I've been able to eat. You know, I haven't eaten like heavy stuff at all, but crackers and, you know, all like juices, and had a grilled cheese sandwich today for lunch. I'm like, I'm just eating whatever I want today, whatever sounds good. And so,
for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just crazy how like modern medicine is now, how you can jump back so quick. You can go in and take an organ out, and I'm feeling like Amy asked in an earlier broadcast what my pain level is. And yesterday when the doctor came in, I told him it was a 7.3 and I'm now at a 0.
Yeah, 0. That's like, it's fascinating. And just considering like, yeah, like how much pain that thing causes you. And you would think like, and I know that it's not, with the laparoscopic, it's just small cuts, but you would think that like, even with that it would hurt more. And here's what I don't get about laparoscopic surgery. You have your skin, and I get that. You also have a wall of muscle. So it's not
just easy.
Yeah, like but they don't cut the muscle.
What?
They don't really cut your muscle. Like if they do, it's really small because they have to get it out. And I don't get it. It's way less invasive. I say this word wrong every time, but like if they did a full cut, they would be cutting your muscle way more.
Everything.
Yeah,
That's insane.
And when my gallbladder came out, like my bigger scar where they actually pull the gallbladder out, it got like really bruised, and it's a kind of a gnarly scar because my gallbladder was bigger and more inflamed than they anticipated. And then like with Tyson, when Tyson and I had our stomach surgeries, it's the same thing. Like they make this incision as small as they can, but then they're pulling an organ out of this tiny little hole. And Tyson got really bruised because they were like yanking it out, and and like I don't know if you asked them how they did it, but when I asked, they told me that they basically take the baggie and they put the baggie inside of you, put the organ inside of the baggie, seal the baggie, and then pull it out with the baggie.
Yeah, I didn't even care. I just said, get it out of me.
Take it.
Well, because I went to the ER, and the doctor was like, I'll give you the choice. Do you want it out today, or do you want me to send you home with some pain pills and we'll do it like in a week or so? I'm like, let's just take it out.
Yeah.
You know, so, and after they're like, it's a good thing we took it out because of how bad it was. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I wish they did me the option. When I went into the ER for mine, and mine was like 10 years ago, I had to wait a week, mostly because I don't think that they had it was a bigger hospital. So you think they'd have more doctors on staff, but I mean, it's always in the middle of the night. And,
it is, yep.
And I think because it was a bigger hospital, they had more like actual emergencies. So, and this was considered an emergency.
Yeah, I lucked out because we live in a small town, and so I went in. There was like no one there, and that's all they care about is you. So we love it. We love it for hospitals and the DMV.
The next time that I'm having an emergency, I'm gonna drive myself because
45 minutes
all the way out there. Well, because it's the same thing with whenever I'm having a kidney stone attack, and like we're trying to, of course, the hospital that's 5 seconds away is not our insurance. So we have like probably a 10 to 15-minute drive. And every time I'm just like, I'm dying. And Tyson's like trying to drive as fast as he can. And then you get there and they're both big hospitals. Every hospital here in the Salt Lake Valley is bigger. And so it's just like, like last time with my kidney attack, I actually did throw up because I was in so much pain. And I don't normally throw up like ever.
Yeah.
I was actually mad because that was the first time I'd thrown up since before our stomach surgery.
Yeah, it's crazy. How have you been doing?
In regards to weight loss?
Anything. Whatever you want to tell us.
Well, and that's something I actually wanted to talk about this broadcast. My motivation has been really down, which I'm trying to figure out why. And I've talked about this. I am actually now going to therapy. I didn't have one this week, but I am going weekly now. Just trying to kind of figure out, because I think that, I know that I have a lot of mental roadblocks that are getting in the way, and I'm making it so that I can make excuses of why I'm not doing as well as I can be. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm not doing anything. I'm certainly doing a lot better, a lot of things that I haven't been doing and I'm now doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's been a lot going on at my day job. It's been really stressful, and I come home from work from that, and my brain is just done.
Right.
Yeah. I just can't even think. And then I have, of course, my personal YouTube channel that I've been trying to put a little bit more energy into being consistent with my videos. And so it's when it comes down to it, I've been picking that. But the thing is there's enough time for everything, and I'm just not making enough time. I
totally agree with it. Yeah.
It's there's enough time. Everyone who says there's not enough time, if you organize yourself, there is enough time. You just have to pick your priorities. So anyway, I was just in another broadcast from some ladies in the UK just before this, and they were talking about doing the 30-day shred for the next 30 days. And it's so ironic because for people who know my channel, I did a Jillian Michaels 30-day shred video, and that's my most popular video. And I've wanted to get back to doing that 5 days a week because it's here in the home. I can't make any excuses. I can do it naked if I want to. I can't even make excuses that I don't look cute to go to the gym, or I'm,
Talk about highly viewed video.
Right. So I had lent it to my sister, my DVD. So I had actually over a few days ago texted my sister and said, "Are you still using that? Because I'd really like to have it back." And she was like, "No," because she has a dog. So she wanted to do it, but her dog thinks that they're playing and she can't.
Oh, does it work?
Yeah, she's like, "I can't get the workout done because Ruger's all over." So anyway, so I'm going to go pick that up either tonight or probably, I guess, just tomorrow. And so starting tomorrow, 5 days a week, at least, we're going to do the 30-day shred. There's a group of us. We just created a Facebook chat.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. We're going to, in that group, we're going to post sweaty selfies. So
nice.
Anyone who wants to join in, it doesn't have to just be women. It was just coincidentally all women who were talking at the moment. You guys are more than welcome to join in on that. We can make an official Facebook group if we want to, if there's enough interest. So that we're going to do that. And then we're going to do hashtag sweaty selfies or whatever when you're done working out. So that's what we're going to do to stay motivated. So 2 things: continue going to therapy and continue working on my noggin and the anxiety and everything that's creating me these roadblocks and making it so I can't actually motivate myself. And 2, just building more, we've got this support group, but there's always more support in the world. So we're going to be doing that and doing that for the next 30 days. So I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of cardio other than walking parades I'm going to 30-day shred. And I say walking the parades because I just walked a parade last night yesterday morning promoting for a YouTube conference that Shay and Kurt and Tyson and I are helping out with. We have another parade next week that we're walking.
Hopefully we'll be able to make it. Yeah, that's cool. I'm kind of curious. Do you know, I didn't even ask my doctor. So you're going to be my point of expertise. What do you think, when you had your gallbladder out, how long did it take you to get, I guess it's different though, because you had a more invasive surgery. I just have to look it up to see when exercising and stuff.
No, because I did
take it slow for sure.
Yeah, I had my gallbladder laparoscopic, and it was my stomach. It was our weight loss surgery that we couldn't work out.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't lift things above a certain weight for a few weeks, but we could go walking, and they wanted us walking immediately. Like that night, we were walking. So there's always that. I mean, with the 30-day shred, I think with your gallbladder, and if you wanted to do the 30-day shred with us, it's just a matter of knowing your body and not being Superman. You don't have to admit it to anyone that you did or didn't do it. But number one, you don't want to. Is that our car? Sorry, car alarm is like super loud. You don't want to make the incisions bust. That's obviously going to be your first and foremost thing. But as far as like the actual organ, I mean, it was just a little duct that had your gallbladder. So with that out, it's going to be very difficult to really rupture that. So,
yeah.
I mean, so I don't know how much weightlifting, not that like, don't go lift weights, but I don't know if you have any weight restrictions, like you can't lift over 20 pounds or whatever.
It was 20 pounds for a week is what they said, but
okay.
I think like I know my body and what it's. I'm like I'm not going to push it too hard regardless.
Right.
I just didn't know with other stuff, so I'm just going to take it slow and try to just get the food part first, which really honestly is my hard part anyways.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is for everyone.
Yeah.
That's the fun part. So.
Because I think you'd actually be fine going on your bike rides and stuff. To be honest, if your stomach is okay with you being hunched over like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think your bike rides even this week would probably be okay as long as, again, you're not exhausting yourself and straining it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna give it a week no matter what, just to see how it goes. We'll see though.
Good thing Jax is so little.
Exactly. Thank goodness. He's barely 20 pounds. I picked him up this day. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "He's barely 20 pounds. It's okay."
You just have to put everything against him. Does it weigh more than Jax? Yes? Okay, you can't lift it.
Jax, take off those shoes. I can't lift you now.
You're like, I'm sorry, I can take all the toys off out of your pockets, take your shoes off, make you as light as possible.
Like, well, did Josh give you the update that he wanted to have you update people with?
Yeah, let me pull that up. Thank you for
I can find it too. It's right here. Where is it? Maybe not. This is good. This is good content right here.
Yeah. Well,
all right, there. I found it.
Watching, but she can't chat because I think she's watching on mobile. You got it?
Yeah. Do you want me to tell him?
Mm-hmm.
He said, let's see. If you want to give an update on me, I am doing well. I weighed in at 307.8 pounds, so it's pretty much the same as he was before. He said he started training. It's my fault. I started weight training for the last 2 weeks, so I've adjusted my diet to accommodate for that. He says, and I've been sore, LOL. Which I told him that's awesome because I listen to a lot of podcasts, like especially like Jillian Michaels podcasts and stuff, and she recommends that that's really like the main thing you should be doing anyways is resistance and weight training. You know, and it'll help your metabolism and stuff in the future. And that's what I've always been bad at is just doing straight cardio, you know, and
yeah.
So I think I need to follow Josh and do a little bit more like that.
No, I mean,
Jillian Michaels stuff.
I mean, I think what'll be good about the 30-day shred is it's a little bit cardio, but it is mostly like using your own body and the hand weights as strength training, which is what I really need to continue building my core up. When we lost, when I lost my first 100 pounds, my back started hurting, like horrendous back pain. And my doctors were kind of just trying to figure out why. And it was because for so long I carried myself a certain way because you have this weight on you. And as you lose weight, your body shifts and your weight is in different areas and your body doesn't know how to like carry itself anymore. So anyway, so my back was hurting and they were telling me I needed to build my core up again. So I'm kind of hoping that I did physical therapy to build my core, and then when my time was up with that, I stopped working on it. And so like get that going again.
That makes sense, because I remember when I was at my heaviest, I'd be very hunchback. I still am really hunchback and stuff, but I always have to just remind myself to get in good posture. I'm not sure if that's really what you necessarily meant, but yeah. One thing I'm really excited about is we found out that I'm not sure how. That's my kid. I'm not sure if you can hear him. But we found out at work we're getting stand-up desks here in the next little bit, so I'm stoked for that. So to stand up at work, and I'm excited. So I think that'll help out a little bit too, so I can move. So they sent out a little thing. So our work is very safety oriented, and they sent out something where the more you sit, and they got into more detail. I can't remember exactly what it said, but if you sit for like 2 hours, your muscles and your blood just start to shrink. And I can't remember exactly what they said, but if you sit for 6 hours a day, it was like really, really, really bad. And with my job, I sit 6 hours a day at least, so I think that'll definitely help in the long run. Man, whose kid is that?
Well, I have car alarms going off, and so no, I mean, I think that's going to be awesome for me. Just even I was just saying about my back, so it makes me nervous about the stand-up desks, because if I stand for too long, then that's when my back starts hurting again. But I think that if I were to build my core muscles and push myself, so okay, I stand and work for an hour, and then I can't do any more.
Exactly.
Down work the rest of the time, and then I do that for 5 days, and then the next week you're like, okay, I'm gonna stand for 2 hours. I say this like I'm getting one, I'm not, but
yeah.
Although
you can always stand up also. You can sit up and take breaks. And
yeah, well, and I can review files by standing.
It's not as comfortable.
It's like one portion of my job. I don't know. Anyway, but at my work, though, they're kind of similar. So we actually do have a guy that's working like 4 rows over from me, and he is testing out the stand-up desk. It's the only one I've seen. I don't know if they're doing, if people can request it or if they're just testing it. So I know he's got his stand-up desk, and then on our 4th floor, they have a bunch of different styles of cubicles that they have a team that they're rotating every week. They're trying the different cubicles out because we are getting a new office, not until a year and a half, but they are just starting to build it, and they want to make it more healthy for us and stuff, kind of like what your work is doing. So so we get to test out some different types of cubicles and stuff, and then they'll put it in our new building. And there'll be an even bigger gym and stuff. I'm really excited about it.
I wish we had a gym. The stand-up desk we're getting, it's kind of cool. It's just like something that goes on top of your desk, and you get to lift it up. So I asked, they're only $300, $400 compared to really, really expensive desks. And yeah, so I'm stoked for it, just because when I get sitting at work, I just get so stationary that I forget about doing other stuff. I'll forget to go on a break to take a walk, or I'll sit at my desk and eat my lunch, where I can stand up and work while I'm eating or whatever. So I think that'll help out a lot in the long run and make it so my energy is a little bit higher when I get home from work too.
Yeah. Well, I make fun of him for it, but my husband has the Apple Watch. And I make fun of him because I just do. But he does have a feature on it that it buzzes. And so if he hasn't stood up for that hour, it makes him stand up. And then he has goals where he needs to stand for X amount of hours a day.
That is awesome.
But it reminds him to stand up for at least 1 minute. So
I need an Apple Watch.
well, then you can draw pictures to him and send each other your heartbeat.
Sorry for cutting you off.
But
that's a really cool feature, though.
Yeah, I think it is. I needed to look. So I actually didn't realize this, but on the iPhone, they have like a health app, and it's been counting my steps. And I had just started wearing my Jawbone up again.
Yeah.
And I think because we're trying to get money for like Vlogger Fair and Playlist Live and stuff, I think I'm going to sell it because this health app, it does the counts. Yeah. But the only thing is, okay, one, I hated my Jawbone because you have to swing your arm. And I hated that because if I were like on the treadmill, I don't really swing my arms like a whole lot. Or if I'm like, carrying groceries, yeah, you're not swinging your arms and it's super annoying. But the problem with the app on my phone is
it has to be in your pocket.
It has to be with you, which normally it is, but the printer, which is where I do a bulk of my get up and run and go grab this to the printer or the fax machine when I'm at my desk, I don't grab my phone because I'm not that obsessed. I guess I'm just going to have to start.
I don't know about that.
Well, I am. If I can be away from it for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's my max. If it's 11 seconds, then no. But
yep. Yeah, I have like the Fitbit and stuff, and I don't even care if it's like exactly accurate. I think I just like having like that thing on your wrist just as a little reminder.
Yeah.
Most time I just check it for the clock, and it's just like, oh, I'm checking the clock. How have I been doing? And it's like that little reminder as I don't have it on right now. But.
Well, again, can we all please keep in mind that you were in the hospital yesterday? Yesterday.
All right.
I'm not trying to give you an excuse, but I'm just saying you're okay. No one's judging you here.
Sure.
So anyway, we've been broadcasting for half an hour. There's not really any questions in the chat, but I mostly just wanted to come on here and give everyone an update that, we're still trying to figure out what's best for the channel, what's best for us as individuals. Of course, we as individuals will always come first before the channel. Obviously.
Yeah.
But we want to just kind of reevaluate, see what's working, what's not working. Is every other week working? Is it not? So just be aware, and especially August is going to be really hard for me with CVX Live and Vlogger Fair. So those are going to be 2 weekends that I just won't have ability to be on the computer, at least for the collab station. So channel station. We're not a radio or a TV, but anyway, so just be aware, guys, that this is what we're still very much involved. We still have a chat that we've been talking to each other. We're still trying to work on what's best for us, but
still care.
Yeah, we still definitely care. We appreciate all of your support. We cannot stress that enough, that the support we get from you guys honestly keeps us going some days. So we really appreciate it. But we just wanted to kind of come on and give you a little update and apologize. Obviously 3 of us were just unable to make it as much as they tried. Some people they tried and could not change their schedule. So Small Steps has joined in just as we're saying. But let's see if Jesus. Anyway, all right, but yeah, so that's where we're at. We'll be giving more updates, and of course, people who watch just this collab and not my channel, they might not know this. Phil that has come on and who helps us. I actually, Tyson, my husband, and I were in Florida a few weeks ago, and we went and had lunch with him and his girlfriend, and they are amazing people. Phil still really wants to help out. We haven't obviously had him on the last 2 live updates just because they were more just quick updates versus asking questions. But what I'd like to do, maybe not in August just because of the 2 conferences, but in September, I'd like to bring him back on and see if we can get some more questions answered. He is a wealth of knowledge. He is a certified trainer. That is his job. So we'll have him on so that we can get some questions and see where we're at and stuff. So that's still something that we have, someone who's still supporting us. We just haven't had him on because of that, of us trying to reorganize and reevaluate, and Amy trying to motivate herself.
It's hard. It's hard. You know, I think the biggest thing is, you know, in the past I'll lose that motivation. I'm sure you're the same way. And in the past I just quit for good.
Yeah.
Where like lately, like over the last like 2 years, it's always been in my head just to churn in. Even when I put like the 50 pounds back on, it's always still there, and I'm thinking about it in the back of my head that something needs to change. Where, you know, so it's just it's gonna happen. There's gonna be ups and downs throughout the whole life, and it's just we'll get
Well,
there.
and that's the thing, like, yeah, like you said, like the old Amy, if I would have quit, exactly, it would be quit. I would have quit for months and months. And even though I would say I haven't been on my best behavior the last few months, I still haven't just gone like completely gone by the wayside, and I'm still aware of it. So I feel like it's like, okay, you're aware. You're not just giving up and you'll try again. It's okay, I know for this week I need to do this and this and this, and the next week I'm going to do this and this. Like, I don't know. So it's just kind of like trying to,
We'll get there.
yeah, keep it not in the back of your mind, but near the front of your mind.
Exactly.
Anyways, all right. So yeah, let's wrap this up just so we can. I know both Kurt and I have some things we're needing to do tonight, and I think Kurt should rest.
Rest is for the week. Kidding. I've been sleeping all day. Feels good to get up.
Yeah, oh, I guess it does kind of. Yeah, you've been kind of knocked out for a little bit, but all right. Thank you guys. We love you. Thank you for your support. Go subscribe to Kurt's channel. Subscribe to my channel.
And Amy's. And then, by the way, congrats to Amy for hitting 2,000 subs on her channel. Woot woot.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Tyson. I guess it's not just Amy.
Yeah,
Tyson gets about like 3% of the credit.
Yay. All right,
Anyway,
thanks,
sorry.
guys. We'll be back with a filmed update of our weigh-ins. If not this next week, it'll be the next week. So if we stick to the every other, and I'll be better at tweeting what we're doing. So thank you, guys. And